Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The State General Reserve Fund signs an agreement with the Spanish Escribano to manufacture aviation machinery in the Sultanate. The price of oil products for November witnesses an increase compared to the current month. After Shura Council meeting, telecommunications companies in the Sultanate pledged to offer new and highly competitive services to the users. And the Ministry of Civil Services inaugurates program of electronic training for employees working in civil service sector. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in details, coming to you live from the news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent a cabal of greetings to His Excellency President Abdul Aziz Bouteflika of Algeria on the occasion of his country's National Day. His Majesty the Sultan has sent a similar camel to His Excellency Dr. Rodney Lawrence Williams, Governor General of Antigua and Barbuda, on the occasion of his country's independence anniversary. The State General Reserve Fund signed today at its premises an agreement with Escribano, a Spanish company specialized in the production of fine mechanical equipment used in aviation industry. The fund will take over 32% from the company's shares. The agreement aims to bring international expertise to the Sultanate and paves the way to create more work opportunities in this developing sector. The signing ceremony was held under the auspices of His Excellency Nasser bin Khamis Al Jashmi, and the Secretary of the Ministry of Finance. The Ministry of Oil and Gas announced the new price of oil products for the month of November. The price of oil products for November witnessed an increase compared to current month. The 95 petrol selling price is 183 paisa per litre, while 91 fuel is 173 paisa per litre. Diesel fuel increased to 187 paisa per litre. Telecommunication companies in the Sultanate pledge to offer new, highly competitive services to the users. That came when the Committee of Services and Social Development at the Shura Council hosted Omani telecommunication company Omantel and the Omani Qatar telecommunication company. The two companies pointed out that demands of the users will be fulfilled through a number of plans in collaboration with Telecommunication Regulatory Authority. The meeting also discussed the coverage comprehensiveness to the users in all governorates of the Sultanate and decided to reconsider prices of the services rendered from the beneficiary companies, and that the prices of the services will be compared to their similars in other countries. The head of the committee said that the meeting ended up with a good vision and steps to build upon in the future. He pointed out that the two companies will offer new packages with acceptable prices and that prices can be decreased, adding that the two companies don't object that any independent authority studies this issue with regards to prices, quality and comprehensive coverage. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and still to come in our news bulletin. British Airways and Sri Lankan Air is to operate direct flights to Muscat International Airport. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Sultan Qaboos University SQU celebrated last evening the graduation of the 27th batch of bachelor holders in the 21st batch of MA holders and 8th batch of doctorate degrees holders. The number of graduates from the various colleges, including bachelor, master's and doctorate degree holders, stands at 1,297. The graduation, which was held at the Open Theatre Hall, was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Abdullah bin Mohammed Al Salmi, Minister of Endowment and Religious Affairs. His Excellency Dr. Ali bin Saud Al Bimani, SQU Vice Chancellor, said in a speech that Sultan Qaboos University has made steady efforts to ensure leadership in education, scientific research, innovation and community services by enhancing the principles of scientific analysis, critical thinking, taking part in the production and development of knowledge and interaction with local and international societies. At the end of the event, the chief guest handed over the graduation certificates to the doctorate, master's and bachelor degree graduates. The Ministry of Civil Service, represented in the Department of Remote Training, inaugurated a program of electronic training for employees works at civil service sectors. The training program is designed according to high international standards and distinguished by easy and smooth using of training applications. The inauguration ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Khalid bin Umar Al Marhoon, Minister of Civil Service. The program is considered as a modern portal to serve internet users. The employees of military sectors can benefit from the services of this training program as it has easy and smooth access to information. A National Survey Authority affiliated to the Ministry of Defense celebrated the inauguration of a number of national projects of cartography. The projects aim to ensure activation of urban development structure and the projects of geospatial data of the Sultanate. The opening ceremony was presided over by His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Saud Al Busaidi, Minister responsible for Defense Affairs. Such projects will help producing geographical data in the Sultanate. His Excellency, the Minister responsible for Defense Affairs, was briefed on these projects and their national roles. These projects are very important for military, security, public and private sectors in the Sultanate, as they will build and provide the infrastructure of geospatial data in the Sultanate of Oman. The total real estate trading in the Sultanate increased by 94% to reach more than 7 billion Omani Rials during the period from January to September of the current year, compared to 3 billion Rials at the same period last year. The total collected fees in the Sultanate during the same period of this year reached more than 53 million Rials, with an increase by 7% compared to last year. Real estate transactions in Muscat reached more than 290,000. The total number of mortgage contracts and transactions in the Governorate of Muscat reached more than 17,000 during the period from January to September, as their cash value reached 6.6 billion Omani Rials. Oman Airports Management Company succeeded in attracting British Airways and Sri Lankan Air for operating direct flights to Muscat International Airport. The company plans to attract more international airlines before shifting to new terminal building of Muscat International Airport, which is expected to open next year. Both companies now have 5 direct flights each a week from Muscat to Heathrow and to Colombo. The number of insured individuals working in the private sector inside the Sultanate amounted to 213,142, according to the latest statistics issued by the Public Authority for Social Insurance in September 2016. The number of establishments covered by social insurance reached 16,385, and the total registration since cases until the end of last month was 42,622 cases, concentrated on insured individuals whose age varied between 26 and 30 years old. These statistics indicate to the increase in number of Omani youth who apply for jobs in private sector, as this sector provide an attractive work environment to the citizens. The number of commercial transactions which were registered through Invest Easy portal during the third quarter of the current year rose to more than 82,600 by 83%. Those transactions were represented in new registrations, renewal of trade register, additional activities and amendments in commercial names, licenses of commercial import, release certificates and certificates of origin. And now direct to the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over the most of the governorates, which with chances of low clouds and fog early morning and late at night on the governorates of South Sharqiyya, Al-Wusta and some coastal areas. Winds will be northeasterly light to moderate over the coasts of Sea of Oman, while along the rest of the coast it will be southeasterly light to moderate. Seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television, and before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. State General Reserve Fund signs an agreement with the Spanish Escribano to manufacture aviation machinery in the Sultanate. The price of oil products for November witnesses an increase compared to the current month. After Shura Council meeting, telecommunication companies in the Sultanate pledged to offer new and highly competitive services to the users. And the Ministry of Civil Services inaugurates program of electronic training for employees working in civil service sectors. Live from the news center of the Sultanate of Oman, we have presented to you this full news bulletin. From the entire television crew, headed by Mohammed Al-Mahrouqi, and the news team headed by Huda Al-Jahwari, I'm Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai. Thank you for joining us.